Greetings and blessings, everyone. My name is Alsharon of the GodStar. I am here today to speak about what is happening upon Earth. What is going on currently is the fact that for a very long time, there has been a program running, shall we say, in the background. This program is very vitally important, more so than most understand or realize. And what is occurring currently is an alteration to this program. Therefore, today we are going to speak with regards to this program. Some call it AI, some call it the secret government, some call it the programming in the illusionary field of Earth. But in truth, what it is a combination of things going on which are designed primarily to enable everyone upon the earth to experience everything life here has to offer. You see, for many starseed, they believe Earth is a school. And in truth, Earth is a school, not for the starseed, but for humanity of Earth. That humanity whose soul originated upon Earth. They are learning everything there is to learn. Therefore, you must have great goodness and great evil, light and dark. This is the process, shall we say, of duality. Everyone upon this planet has the ability to do incredible good and incredible evil. Well, most people, shall we say. It comes down to choices. And it's through these choices and through these experiences, lifetime after lifetime, that enable an individual to be able to move freely and choose wisely. Now, we do understand the fact that for most people you would say, well, I do not remember everything that occurred in my previous incarnation or in my previous 10 or 20 or 50 incarnations. And this is true. But it is recorded within the Akashic records of this planet, and therefore it is accessible by your soul. And so when you are presented with a situation that causes you to pause for a moment, think about this. How many times has this occurred? Something has happened, either within yourself or in relation to someone else, or in a situation that you're involved in, and all of a sudden you are presented with this pause, a consideration, shall we say. All of a sudden you think, well, maybe I should go in this direction, or maybe I should go in that direction. Why the pause? The pause is because your soul recognizes the situation and says, wait a minute, you need to stop for a moment, consider, discern, make a choice in the direction that you're going to go in. You see, people are able to access this information much easier than they realize. They are able to access this information with much more candid reality than they realize. Therefore, it is important to be aware and understand the situation as it occurs, you see. So in the background, what we have is we have those that are classified, shall we say, as the secret government, the secret men's club. You have those known as the Bilderbergers, the Illuminati, all of these different groups. And what you do not understand is that their power has begun to wane. They have begun to lose their power, their authority, because what they brought, what they represent, is no longer applicable. And so there are those who are actively fighting against them. But are they actually fighting against them? Or are they merely creating a situation wherefore all of this that are secret can become known? And as it becomes known, then and only then can healing begin. For you see, there is a great deal of healing that is required upon this world. There is a great deal of healing that is needed upon this world. There are those who have walked pathways of great darkness, but that was required because you see, you have to have both sides. Unfortunately, we have a situation currently where those of light and those of darkness are battling each other, not to destroy each other, but to be in control, to be in charge moving forward, whereas they are unaware of the fact that we do not require them to be in charge of anything any longer. There are those who are experiencing things and awakening to experiences which they then can relay and share with other people, you see. This is vitally important because it enables truths to be shared. But more than that, it is a time where the secrets are revealed because the healing must happen. And once the healing can truly begin, people can truly begin to make new choices, other choices. And this is already beginning. And if you open your eyes and open your heart, you will see that this is the case. They have worked tirelessly to control humanity, to control the population. They have done this through trickery. They have done this medically through things like vaccines. They have created disease to attempt to minimize the population, to create a situation where there are those who are literally leaving the planet in order to, because they are classified by those in power as being undesirables. And there is no one upon this world that would be classified as an undesirable, you see, because all humanity upon this world is sacred. All humanity upon this world is truly something to behold, something that is sacred. And it does not matter, truly, what may or may not come from this situation. What is important, in truth, is something more fundamentally important than you can possibly imagine. Because you see, for a very long time now, there have been those who have wandered. There are those who have attempted to persuade, shall we say, to open a pathway that sometimes creates destruction, that sometimes creates within the confines of humanity a situation where individuals are unable, shall we say, to actually realize or recognize the sacredness that is going on in a daily basis, in a moment, in every single moment. Do you understand? This is your opportunity to take a step that is truly magnificent. It is truly a wonder. And yet, there are so many who do not realize that the time of awakening has truly begun. And it is only through this will life upon this world truly begin to change. For a very long time now, there have been those who have wondered what is to come. They have wondered what will transpire that will change this world? Who will it take in order to achieve the sacredness that is truly yours to have? The bottom line is that for a very long time now, there are those who have wondered. There are those who have attempted, shall we say, for a change that is so fundamentally different that those individuals can no longer simply abide by what is there. It is time for individuals to realize that there is a fundamental shift that is occurring. And for those who are fighting diligently to make a change in this world, you need to understand that it's not necessarily about making a change as it is about making an alteration to oneself in a realization that you are actually walking a path that is truly magnificent. We have waited a very long time in order to achieve what is necessary for this time period. We have waited. We have taken time to realize that everything that has been occurring is for a much higher purpose. I waited for a very long time in order to step upon this path, to realize something extraordinary, that the time had come for an awakening to occur. The time had come for everyone to realize that no matter what, you are not alone. You are walking a path that truly will never be the same again. All of you are waiting for some magical event. Some of you are waiting for some magical, some magic to occur without realizing that what you're actually awaiting is your own self. You see, it's time to realize that you have walked a path so sacred, so divine, that life on this planet literally will never be the same. But it takes each and every one of you to open that passageway, to realize the truth. You walk a path of light. You walk a path that is truly magnificent, and yet at the same time, you question your own reality. You question your own truth. You wonder, am I good enough? Am I ready to take that next step? And yet, each one of you do so in true openness, without understanding or realizing that you are doing something that you have waited for a very long time. You see, you do not understand yet. This isn't about you or me or any of us. This is about humanity of earth. You see, they are the ones that are praying. They are the ones who are wanting more than anything to realize and understand the sacredness that is yours to have and to hold. But you need to be willing to take the steps necessary in order to achieve what you are here to achieve. Only then will you be able to recognize the sacredness that you are. We have walked a path with you for a very long time. We have wondered, what would it be like for all the starseed to actually recognize the fact that they are here for something so sacred, so divine, so incredible, that it would literally change the very fabric and nature of themselves. And then there are those, even those in the higher realms, in the higher dimensions, who question the validity, who question whether, as starseed, you are ready to take that next step. So the question becomes, are you ready to take that next step? And you see, we, meaning those of us of the GodStar, we know our answer, of course. We know that you are ready to take that next step. And in order to do so, in order to take that step, in order to recognize and realize the sacredness that is there for you, you have to realize the sacredness within you. Because only through understanding that sacredness within you will you be able to achieve what you are here to achieve. How far do you want to go before you recognize and realize that you are the ascended masters of planet Earth? There are so many out there who are trying so hard to convince everyone that what they believe is the only truth, that only they know the truth, and only they can provide that truth. When in true reality, it is not about what anyone tries to convince somebody else of. It literally is about taking that next step into the unknown. You see, you look around you, and the first thing you say is, we're in trouble. We are so in trouble. There are those who are attempting to undermine our sacredness. There are those who are working to undermine what we bring to this picture of reality. And I say upon you, no. You are not being left behind. And you do not have to fight the good fight, shall we say. For it is not about fighting anymore. It is about something much more fundamental. It is about something that is life-changing, life-altering, and something that is going to literally change everything. And so the question becomes, what will it take for you to understand that life is a journey that is so sacred that everything has the potential to change? But are you ready to understand your place in this world? So many of you walk this path, and you question your own reality. You question if you are ready. There are those of you who believe, for one reason or another, oh, I have lost my abilities. I have lost my gifts. Or I don't know what my gifts are. And you run around as though you have missed something, that something has shifted and changed, and you are no longer in control of who you are. But the truth of the matter is, you are in the right place at the right time for a reason. You see, how long does an individual need to go before they realize the simple truth? So everyone's asking, what is the simple truth? And the simple truth is, you are divine, sacred individuals who are starseed. You come to this world to demonstrate, shall we say, in a practical way, about moving forward on a path that is so sacred, so divine, that it will change everyone's life. But how are you going to be able to understand this without realizing that only you have the ability to literally move into a new frame of reference, a new sense of beingness? We are here to encourage, but we are also here to remind. You see, one has to understand. It's not imperative or important, shall we say, to open a dialogue, open up a pathway. Because you see, each one of you have been chosen to be here. Yes, you volunteered to be here. But think of it this way. We are in a critical juncture, a critical time. We need to put our best people into this world, into this dimension. There are so many who are working so diligently and so hard. And it is important that the right people are here doing this work. Do you really think that you're here by mistake? Do you really think that it is a mistake that you are walking a path that is so sacred, so divine, that there are literally a multitude of beings who not only would prefer to be able to be channeled, but in truth, more than that, there are a multitude of beings that would give anything to be able to be incarnated upon this world right now. You see, this is not a fantasy. This, in truth, is reality. And you need to understand that only through working and walking the path that is in front of you will you be able to truly understand what is in front of you. Because you see, for a very long time now, we have waited. And you may be thinking to yourself, oh, but Alsharon, what have you been waiting for? We have been the ones waiting for so long. We are ready. We are prepared to take that step. So the question becomes a very simple one. Are you truly prepared to take a step that will change everything? That will literally alter your picture of reality? Are you ready to take a moment of time and open a passageway that will never be closed again? You have to understand something. For some of you, you are awakening, and you will not take your place, shall we say, in this incarnation. And it is not because you're unworthy. It is not because there is something wrong with you. The reason, in truth, is that you are so sacred, you are so divine, that this world is not quite ready for you. And until they are, it is a situation whereby it is most important that an opening occurs that enables everything to change. Spirit does not make a mistake. You have to understand. Spirit does things according to a much greater plan. Spirit does things according to divine time and divine order and divine rightness. Now, you may not fully comprehend what this means, but I will tell you what this means. What this means is that every moment of every day, Spirit is fully aware of what is transpiring upon planet Earth. Every day, Spirit is aware of what is happening here. Spirit is aware of the change that is occurring right now upon this earth. You see, we have walked this path with you for a very long time. We only want one thing for all of you. And what we want is the awareness of why you are here, of the sacredness you carry within you. Do you not understand yet that you have opened a passageway, a doorway that can no longer be closed? You honestly think that everything has shifted, that everything has changed, that because of this, never again will anything be left to chance. And you see, in many ways, that is correct. Because things have changed in a very dramatic way, in a way that never again will life ever be the same here. But you must realize and understand this is a journey. There will be those who will try very diligently and very hard to convince other people that who they are is more important than anything else. They will try and convince people that only they know the truth. And these are the ones, in truth, you should be most concerned with. Because They do not understand that this life is altering and changing uncategorically, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop it. And even if there was something that somebody could do to stop this, it would not work. Because you see, the time has come for things to change in a fundamental way. And only through the change that is occurring will those individuals be able to step into their new reality, to step into that moment in time, which will enable them to literally experience the change that they so desperately want. So many of you starseed believe that you are here to ascend. You believe that this world is your school, that you are here to remember, or that you are here to learn your lessons. There are those who believe they have paid a heavy price to be here. And yet, the price that they have paid, in truth, is nothing. Because you see, you're here not to change this world. You're here to assist in the change that is occurring for the native human population. You are the masters here. And yet, I tell you this, in all honesty, in all truth, and what do I hear? Should I move? Will I receive my powers? What are my gifts? Who am I? So, we understand. We know that there are many of you who ask these questions. You see, we hear these questions. So I'm going to share something with you. You see, you've asked these questions. So we have provided those individuals who can answer these questions. But I'm going to take this a step further, if you will, because it is important, because it is time to do this. Time to open a passageway, a doorway, if you will, into a new reality. You see, you have walked this path for a very long time. You want to know the truth. Who are you? So I'm going to tell you who you are. You are starseed. You've walked a path for a very long time. You've had a multitude of lifetimes. Some would actually say, why? Why so many lifetimes? If we are here merely to assist the humanity in its evolution, why so many lifetimes? Why have we had to go through so many things? And you see, I tell you truly, you've gone through these things for a very simple reason. Only by going through these things are you able to literally or to shift and change the very fabric of reality. Don't you understand? You have walked a path so sacred, so divine, that with your mere presence, you literally have changed the very course of nature on this world. But then, what do you do? Where do you go? It doesn't change the fact that you have bills to pay. It doesn't change the fact that you have this overwhelming burden and desire to be of service, to assist people, to open up more fully. So what do you do with that? And I will tell you truly, what you do is very simple. You discern. You see, it is through the discernment process that the answers you seek are revealed. The answers that you require are revealed. It is through this revealing process that an opening occurs, and you are able, once and for all, to receive not only the information that you need, but you are also able to walk a path that changes everything. You see, I'm going to tell you a secret. Well, it's not necessarily a secret, but it is something that has the potential to change your very existence. Humanity walks a path that is designed to awaken them to a simple reality. And that reality is there's more happening than meets the eye. And this was the reason for the creation, shall we say, of religion. So that people would understand that there is more going on than meets the eye. That they would understand that life is a journey. And so the time has come to open the door, to open the pathway that will enable you to realize a simple truth. That in divine time, in divine order, in divine rightness, you have altered the very fabric of this world. You have altered the means of change in this world. And it is through this process that we understand and realize that your life and our life is intertwined. And through this process, we recognize and realize that sacredly, everything that has happened has been according to a divine plan, a plan that only those who are volunteers upon this world can understand. So, you are not here to ascend. You are not here to go to school. You are not here to evolve. All of these things you have already done. You are here to open up a passageway that will enable humanity to do what you have already accomplished. And that is their evolution, their ascension. And whether you like it or you do not like it, whether you understand this or you do not, you are accomplishing that very mission, that very goal. You see, only those who are of great only those who are truly willing to go that extra step, that extra means, will they be able to actually step into a reality that allows for things to change on such a fundamental level that never again will anything be the same. For a very long time now, we have waited. We have waited for an opening to occur, an opening that has been so vitally necessary and needed. And you do not even fully understand or grasp the fact that you have truly mastered something that is truly spectacular, something that can never be altered, changed, or moved into such a place unlike anything you can ever possibly imagine. So the question becomes very simple. Are you willing to open that passageway, to open that doorway that will allow you the means and the opportunity, shall we say, in being able to step fully upon the path that is in front of you? You see, only by doing that will you fully take your place in the reality of life. You see, we can no longer simply allow individuals to think that they are not good enough, for them to think that they have to give everything away. They need to understand that what is occurring is greater than anything that they can possibly imagine. And sooner or later, they will. Because there is nothing that can alter or change what is occurring. We know for a fact that things will never be the same upon this world. We know that you may think that things are not changing fast enough. Things are not happening fast enough. Why do we have to wait, Alsharon? Why do we have to wait for everything to happen? Why cannot things just happen now? And I would tell you that everything that occurs must be in divine time, must be in divine order, must be in divine rightness. Because you see, it is only through that what is most required will occur. Never again will there be allowed the opportunity for destruction. Certain assurances were carried out in order to right several wrongs. And I can assure you that there are steps being taken as we speak to ensure that things move according to a much greater plan. But what you need to also understand now that is so vitally important is that your place in this world is not about to change. You have opened a passageway and a doorway that has changed this world, that has allowed individuals to step fully into your sanctuary of awareness and everything else. And it is through this that you are literally changing this world, that you are preparing mankind for what is coming. So, I'm asking you to let go. Let go of your trepidation. Let go of your need to control. Let go of your need to understand everything, but rather feel what is within. Feel what is around you. Feel the energy of those interacting with you. Discern the information, discern the energy. Do not make an assumption. So many of you think, oh, I'm so tired. I just want to go home. And you don't quite realize that your time here is not over with. When this incarnation finishes, there are still several more to do. Because you see, it's about anchoring the energy. It is about taking those steps with humanity into their next phase of life. The phase where they remove the need for money. They remove the need for specific mythologically based religions and practices that only cause separation. To understand the purpose of unity amongst all people. It is coming in divine time, in divine order, in divine rightness. It will not happen tomorrow. But with your work every day, with your bringing forward that energy every day, you will change this world. All of our love and blessings upon each of you. May you be blessed upon your path. And please remember, you have many of us that are with you every moment of every day. Call upon us, and we are there to assist you fully. Many blessings. I am Alsharon of the GodStar.